Okay, this is Mark making his spring action loaded. What are they?
Bogey trucks.
Okay, let's look at them. Show me how it goes. Is that not cool? And I helped put one together.
And
That's
this
so
little
awesome.
nut holds everything together. The spacer keeps the arms the same distance apart so they don't come in. And the spacer and the nut keeps it from working itself out or in so it doesn't go from side to side.
And to build it, you had to have
I had to cut these.
2 of those.
Yep.
On each one, and they fit on here, except for one of the little holders is gone.
On that side, yeah.
And then you have
these came molded solid like that, so I had to cut them apart and then drill them so that they fit these shafts. This angle piece, this now if you anyway, if you change the perspective, if you post it on Google or whatnot, it'll be sideways. So you have to use the same perspective.
I am.
Okay.
I just turned it.
So these are volute springs in real life, and it's just made out of a rolled flat piece of iron or spring steel, and when you put weight on it, they will compress. But since we don't have actual volute springs, we use a spring on the top side with a little keeper in there to simulate that the shock absorber effect of the volute spring.
And he turns it upside down and puts it in here.
Yep.
And then you add.
There's 2 shafts with collars and 4 suspension.
Those are the ones that you cut apart, right?
Yeah.
No.
They were cut apart, but they were together like this originally, molded together, and then I cut them apart so that, and I put serial numbers on them.
Okay. Oh, cool. That wasn't there before, huh?
Nope.
Oh, how'd you do that?
Little plastic numbers and letters you had to glue on. And I made a master, and then made a silicone mold of the master numbers, and then molded a bunch of them.
Not time consuming at all.
No.
Okay, and then you put it all together.
Yeah, these, when they go together.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's insane.
Live right here in Kansas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he doesn't think it's complicated at all. Fantastic. Watch this spring. Do it again. Boing, 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 boing.
The only thing that I'm debating about doing is either I have to put a spacer in here to hold these arms out at the same distance, or gluing. See, on the real tank, it had this edge piece and this arm pushed on that. Now this arm had these replaceable pads. They are steel pads, and that's what this bolt simulates, is going through the arm and bolting this half moon shape pad on there. And once those had worn enough, they'd have to, take the suspension apart, replace that pad, and put a new one on.
I don't know how much I missed of that. I was watching you with the camera.
This angle piece here, it's the same way. Once, if it got worn, they would unbolt it here, drop that angle piece off, and bolt on a new one. So either I'm going to need spacers to hold these out the same distance, or I'm going to have to glue a backside on to keep it
together.
Keep it from coming apart.
All right, we'll update you when we know what we're doing.